Gotcha. I was like,
Got a cookie.
I didn't see anybody in the store.
Oh, Milo. Say hello. Say hi to TJ. Milo, you sit. No. Milo. Hey, settle. Settle. Milo. Milo. It's TJ. I think it's the stick in your hand. Milo.
Oh, here.
Come here. Want to smell it? Smell it, Milo. Sniff it. He gets funny, like somebody was carrying a piece of luggage and he freaked out one day. You're tangling yourself. Sniff it. Milo, here. You're a good boy. Milo, paw. There you go. Paw. Paw. He's tangled.
Happens with puppies sometimes when they're
It's
apprehensive.
funny, the stuff that will scare him. Like we were standing outside the gym one day waiting to pick my son up and somebody walked up with a yoga mat. It's like, what? That's weird. So we sit in there.
Was he allowed to get plenty of socializing when he was younger, or is he just kind of naturally skittish?
No, he's not skittish about some things. Like we set off fireworks and he was fine. So he was socialized a lot as a puppy. We take him kind of everywhere, but he does sometimes react to things that people are carrying. We've had him since he was 6 weeks old.
Okay.
Took him everywhere. So. Lots of people. Like he's not afraid of strollers or wheelchairs or anything like that, but it's stuff that people carry sometimes. Good boy. Wait. Take it. Yes.
Alright. Well, what we'll do is we'll just kind of go over some of the things that you're hopefully having, some issues with, and I'll kind of see what the behavior is like. And then, that will be pretty much it. We'll see if he needs some time to get used to me, and then I'll handle him a little bit too. But let's go for a walk.
This is, I usually train him on a balance harness, which I have in his bag, but this is the one I use in the car because I have a seatbelt that hooks to it and it's more comfortable for him.
Okay, let's see what your normal training routine is like, and that way I can try to get a good idea of his, I know that you've had training before, so I want to try to see, why some things have worked and some things maybe have not.
It's, and the healing, it's like, well, one, I'm the only one in the family who actually takes him to training or follows to training, so when my husband or my son walk him, they don't reinforce the same things.
Okay. So that'll definitely be something that we'll have to work with the family on.
That's part of the problem. But I think it's also just like in a walk, healing, and like he'll do it after he's sniffed everything, gotten his energy out. The latter half of the walk, he's pretty good about it. But at the beginning, he just pulls a lot. And if we see another person or dog, he wants to jump instead of like reading. So I usually just
let's see what it all looks like.
Milo, ready? Let's go.
Once we grab his training vest to see what that usually looks like to work on. How you doing? Turn back and walk this way again real quick.
Very good.
I have to tighten his harness up a little bit too.
Yeah, this harness is a little bit too big for him. The other one fits better.
Okay.
And my husband keeps loosening this part because it's hard to get over his head.
Yeah.
Want to go get your other harness?
The reason why you want that to be snug, kind of like shoes, is because when he does
it's not
pull,
gonna rub.
it's going to prevent chafing, and then also it's a lot less effective, right? So
The other one is smaller.
Okay.
It's a medium large, and I think I have it tightened just as tight as it goes.
So we'll see if we can get this one adjusted, but just let him know that too, because it also decreases the effectiveness
I've told him
of a
he
harness.
doesn't care. He just keeps loosening it to make it easier to put on his head, and I keep tightening it. But yeah, it does get smaller. Let me get your other harness. Ready?
Okay.
Let's get your other harness. Let's go.
Because you kind of have a very delayed response. The the movements and everything are pretty good timing wise, but because there's a delay between your input for the leash, because it's pulling up the harness and then it's pulling him, right? That slight delay means he's the difference between correcting him here and then correcting him all the way out here, like maybe 2 or 3 feet in front of you, when it's already kind of past that point, right?
Milo, wait. Let's go.
We'll definitely need to try to get your family on the same page, just so that way you guys can get the most benefit out of the amount of money that you're spending on the training. Because even with like those e-collar trainings, where they've had, the clients that do the perfect heel because they should get shocked every time they look away or they're not focused.
Yeah, so you're not using it anymore.
Yeah,
This one's like this.
client has still said that it only took about a couple weeks because as soon as the dog realizes that they're not getting those corrections, then that also can subside and wean off. And so because a lot of our training is going to be positive based reinforcement and very like routine and habitual, if we're not following it, then it can go away pretty quickly, and we definitely don't want that for you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten them used to like, what we do inside. They're pretty good about like making him, for his food and all that stuff the right way. All right, come here, dude.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to kind of join us because the goal will be to make it as easy for them to kind of maintain, right, the training, so that way it doesn't drop off very quickly.
I got my son to go at first. He's 13, and I got him to go with me at first. So I think this still might be a little bit loose, but I think it's better than the other one, and I believe it's all the way tightened. This part's not, but this part should be. Let's see if that's better. Let me put you back on it. Good boy. Need a drink? Here, get you a drink. That's your car harness. And your seatbelt.
Oh, I have the same one.
I love this thing.
It's very handy.
It's super handy for car trips. He doesn't love riding in the car. I think he might get a little bit car sick, but he does it okay. I mean, he'll just lay down.
No problem. It'll usually be something that they'll get used to while working and staying with me, just because we have to commute so much. Yeah. I'll keep you updated on how that is.
He's in the car all the time with us, so he get used to it.
Is it because he's anxious, or is it because he's motion sick?
I don't know. I really don't know. He does shake a bit, so I think he is anxious about it, but he's been in the car since he was little, and he's fine when my son's in the back seat with him, he's fine. So I think it's more anxiety than motion sickness, but it could be.
I'll keep an eye on it and see what we can do, because especially if it is things like motion sickness, you can usually get things from the vet that can help, but usually if it's anxiety based, then that's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah. Ever since his every once in a while he goes to Dogtopia if we're not able to work from home that day. Most days he'll work from home, but
Nice. I used to work there.
His trainer there would like take him on field trips sometimes, and she said that too. She's like, he does not like the car. I don't know why though. What do you think? Let me get a few treats. I'm not wearing my treat pouch yet. Not. Here we go.
Does he have any allergies or anything?
No, nothing that we know of.
Hopefully we won't find any.
No, I mean when he was little, he had a bad reaction to a grooming appointment, and I asked them to use the gentle puppy stuff, but he had like a rash down his back. But I should give him showers all the time with dog shampoo now, and he's fine.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Let's try a little bit more. Let's walk a little bit. See if this one's better. I don't know if it's better or not. You ready? Okay, let's go.
he does grass real quick while we're over here. Then I'll try it inside the store. No problem. Good boy.
It's just marking. Come on, do your potty. Milo. No. Good boy. Go snip. Go snip. I think he does do that. There you go. Thank you. Milo. No. Okay. What do you think? Want to go inside? It's a little crazy inside. Intense smart. Oh, baby. Milo. Milo. Here. Okay, let's go.
That's fine.
Milo. He just had one. Come on. Right here. Good boy. Thank you. Leave it. Weird. Come on, this way.
Where else has he gotten training from besides the Dogtopia?
So when he was a puppy, we did a puppy socialization class, which was based out of a vet's office. And then the Dogtopia trainer did his basic manners, and her name is Dara. She's what's the name of it? But she did his basic manners. Wait, Milo, wait, come, and his outdoor class, which he just finished on Monday's outdoor class. Milo,
And his what?
wait, outdoor class.
Okay.
It was like the next level of manners, but with distractions.
Okay.
So. Milo, look at me, Milo, look at me, look, yes, Milo, come here, come, Milo, look at me, settle, yes, okay, ready? Leave it, that was not your best, leave it, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard when it comes to treats.
I gotta believe it, chicken bone.
Oh, that's good.
That's impressive. Milo, come on. Okay. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, there.
He saw the chinchilla earlier and I think he thought it was a squirrel.
Nice.
Not a big fan of the chinchilla. Got a little barky. Easy, easy. Milo.
Let's see if we can recreate that. What is the activity level as far as your ability to redirect? Maybe he's hanging out in your home. That's fine. Hopefully we'll run it into a pup or something. A little bit of an off time right now.
This way, buddy.
So good news is that his sporting mate is also very friendly and also very polite. So you can also
You're working on the same things.
yeah, this will be fun. It's pretty it's a pretty popular thing anyways.
It was positively by other doctors who want to go on leash.
That's good.
That'll come. Leave it. Milo, leave it. Yeah, I had my sister-in-law was visiting last summer, and her lab's a year older than him, and had done an e-collar off-leash training, so he was a pretty good walker.
I hope so, poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't using the e-collar anymore, but he was a pretty good walker, and I had took both of them on walks together. He behaved because the other one behaved. So,
Makes sense.
leave it. Okay. Good boy. Wanna see if you can notice the chinchilla? Just go see it.
So the good news is when you have time, either out on the vacation or back at home, in between our lessons, you can watch his videos, and then you can also watch recordings too, just to see kind of differences, similarities, and then other tips and tricks too. Because there's always going to be some things that he does well that the other
Yeah.
pup isn't doing well, and vice versa. If you have time.
him,
Usually they're pretty short for at least the formal training drills. It's generally the social sessions and things like that that are going to be longer videos. So that's just something
Yeah, he's
I would recommend.
very good with other dogs. The only problem is when he wants to jump on them, and certainly if they're smaller than him or older than him, they don't like the jumpiness. Then he sort of has an issue. I'm
That's
looking,
fine.
the chinchilla's sleeping.
That's
Just
okay.
sleeping.
Alright. Do you have anything else that you wanted to try to show me or
I
anything?
think so. I mean, he's pretty good about, like, I don't have a true to lure him, but he would do center for me if I lured him. Like, Milo, center, center, sit. Yeah, I don't have a lure. Come here, center. Oh, he doesn't know what I want to do. Okay, that's a good lay down. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Oh, you know what I do? Get the cookie out. Last bit of your cookie. He's, we started working on that, so if we're in a crowded area and I need him to be, just like sit or stand near me.
Yeah, we did that with Goose a lot.
Center, center, sit. This seems to be his comfortable spot, so if I catch someone coming to the door soon enough, I put him here before they get to the door, and it tends to calm him down a little bit. Yeah, I really should.
Okay.
You're a stinker. Anyway, he just learned that. For us, like if FedEx or UPS or Amazon's coming, if I see him coming, and I tell him to go to his place, which is in the home office where I work, and he lays down on it and I give him a few treats, then if I distract him first, he's okay. But if anybody knocks or rings the bell, he barks, he spins around, he jumps. If he sees a car pull in the driveway, he does it. Even if it's my husband and he just doesn't realize it yet.
Gotcha.
When my son rides his bike back into the driveway, he goes crazy at first till he realizes who it is. So
Okay.
the reactivity at the door and on walks is really the part we want to work on the most. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You like that car? But
Okay.
he, responds really well to people. He's super food motivated and, loves the engagement, I think, and other dogs. Is that a baby? I say that kids are his kryptonite, though. You just can't resist. He loves
Okay.
kids.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
What does he like to do with you guys, kind of for exercise and for play to get some of his energy out?
So we have a big fenced yard, so we do frisbee and fetch, off. And we take him on walks. My husband jogs with him sometimes, like short jogs. He did this morning. He did a jog with me. So, and with my son, quiet. Settle. Milo. Okay, come here. All right, now, Milo, sit. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Yes. On your side. Good boy. Yes. Okay. Freedom. Yes.
And about how much exercise or playtime do you guys usually do with him a day?
I would say every hour or so we go out in the yard and throw a frisbee a little bit, or hour and a half. He gets one long walk, one short walk.
And do you guys think that is enough activity for him, not enough, or too much?
Sorry about that. He's got a lot of energy, but he also, if we take him on a long walk, he takes a long nap after. So, he needs a lot of frisbee and fetch. Otherwise, he won't get tired out. On days that he goes to doggy daycare, he doesn't eat quite as much because he exhausts himself there. But good boy, sit, sit. Yes, good.
Okay. All right, we'll head out to the car, and I'll give you kind of my initial assessment and things, and how we're gonna. Ooh, oh, perfect. And how we're gonna handle things with him. Like I said, the first day, since we're kind of halfway through, it's just gonna get him kind of settled in, and then do a little bit more evaluating. Some trial runs on my own. Is that the
Little threatened by him.
is that the usual reaction?
Yeah. That's what we get is a lot of like crazy. Wait. Good boy.
So good news is that you guys have a lot of the motions down when it comes to training and like the prerequisites. The bad news is, and this might take some reconditioning on your part, which will be why it will be important to work together.
Yeah.
But also might make it also easier for your family to work with him too. Just the fact that you're almost over micromanaging him.
Okay.
A couple good examples you'll see in the video, well, outside of course making sure he doesn't eat that other thing, but having him leave it, or having him come, or having him stay, and then you're doing like all of the motions almost most of the time, right, with the leash pressure to kind of guide and to help him. And so he's not very sensitive to your verbal commands. Almost. We'll do a couple tests here because it's pretty hot. But
in the house, he's a little bit better. But yeah, when he has distractions, it's like forget it.
Yeah, and it's understandable. But what will be good about this is it should make your ability to handle him easier, and it'll make his training actually a little bit better. It's not that it's bad now, it's just that he requires a whole lot of prompts and a whole lot of helping.
Yeah, or a lot of treats.
Or a lot of treats, which is fine. But the main thing is, the main thing is, for example, when you call his name and he doesn't register it, and then you have to like pull him to it each time, and then
Milo.
Good. The thing that we're gonna try to get him to do more of is pretty much everything, right? So that way you're not constantly having to micromanage him so much, but instead you're waiting for him to do the right thing, like leave it, redirecting, refocusing, following you, and all those things, and then it's just on your job to give him that praise. We'll do less corrections as much as possible to give him time to figure out what he should and shouldn't be doing. And what I mean by that is, if you want to just start walking him one way and don't say anything, this will be your first test. Okay? Good. Now go ahead and turn and walk the other way. Good. Now go ahead and stop. Good. Now you realize all of those things he did almost unprompted, just following you because of where you were positionally, a little bit of the leash, but also just understanding spatial awareness and where you are. Go ahead and start walking again. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And then just stop. Now don't do anything. Go ahead and move a little bit over this way and just hold. Don't do anything. Yes, good boy.
Very good.
Oh yeah, sure. Yes, good boy. Yes, good.
Very
Good.
good. Very good, buddy.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
When we give him time to do the right things and we kind of set him up for success like you do, but then we don't tell him to leave it, right? We don't
Okay.
tell him to refocus. We let him figure it out, and if he starts pulling or something, the leash will correct him. He'll just hold tight on the lead, and then when he comes back, that's when we give him that praise,
Good boy.
right?
Good boy. Good boy. Very good.
hmm
Very good.
So that's what I mean by kind of making things easier for you with less micromanaging, and you kind of just help them when you need to, and probably in advance for situations is going to be better than
Yeah.
after the fact, like with the dog reactivity
Yeah.
and jumping and things like that. And we'll go over that during the training, and then just teaching you when to kind of have your mark moments, like when he is healing with you and he's following you really well, good boy, you know, just that simple mark. And then we'll keep him kind of engaged and motivated, and then just giving him treats as opposed to only giving him treats after redirecting him, like a hard, hey, come
Yeah.
back this way, or hey, we're going this way, or calling his name a couple times and having to pull him back in, right? The goal for him right now is going to definitely be a lot of just maturing for a puppy. Him, it's going to take a lot of patience. You'll see this in the videos, but him just recognizing that he can't go that way or he can't do something, giving up, and then looking back to us on what he should be doing. Yeah. So a lot of patience is going to probably be required on your part, and maybe a little bit of reconditioning depending on how hard that was for you exercise wise.
No, I mean, when I walk him at home, that's more normal. Like, it's not all the corrections, but when I'm in a store with him or something,
Right.
there's definitely a lot of correcting because I don't want him to jump on somebody
Got you.
or lick a kid in the face. I was surprised his last class that we did outside was at Reston Town Center, and there's tons of activity, like fountains, kids running around everywhere, dogs, and he was surprisingly okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have that effect when if there's nothing going on, kind of like with the delivery truck, right? There's nothing
Yeah.
going on in the street, and then there's
And
one
then
big
something
thing.
exciting, yeah.
Same thing can happen with people. Same thing can happen with dogs.
Yeah.
So I've had dog reactive dogs that I've worked with before, and we went to like an adoption event. Right. At first, it's gonna be super exciting, but then they get used to seeing so many
So
dogs.
much.
There's so much barking that they just like whatever at that point, right? They
I
just
do,
desensitized to it.
I mean, because he goes to doggy daycare, he's great with other dogs. But I do notice
Just
when
gets excited.
when I look at the videos of what he's doing, he's more interested in following the people around than he is playing with the other dogs.
Oh, that's good.
But he does like other dogs. I mean, we have neighbors whose dogs he knows well, and we have him play off leash in the yard. And they're fine off leash. If they greet each other on leash, then he's kind of a maniac. He like jumps and they tangle up, and so I don't know. That's something to do with like they don't like being on the leash with each other, but they're fine in the yard.
Sometimes it's just leash reactivity, either because they're unsure or excited and they can't get to it. And then what ends up happening is they try even harder, right? Just because the leash is holding them back. And so, hi, how you doing? Good boy.
There was even
Good
my
job.
husband was walking him, and there was another dog that tried to attack him.
Oh,
My husband got, blocked him, I guess. But
that's good.
he said he wasn't even freaking out. He was just like, oh, you want to play? And the other dog was like coming for his neck. So
Good
he's
boy.
definitely not, like he got upset. There was one dog reactive dog in his class, and he really just wanted to be friends with all the dogs. And he didn't like that he couldn't be friends with that German Shepherd because she was reactive. But yeah, so he's pretty good with other dogs. But it's definitely like little kids. He loves little kids. He wants to play with little kids. We live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids. They all, want to give him attention. But I'm really trying to get him to be 4 paws on the floor while we're greeting kids.
Gotcha. That can be difficult.
And he was good at Resting Town Center. There was a little girl that ran up to him, and he was good. He could jump on her. She was small. It's like he knows if they're little. My niece is 5. He's good with her. It's like he knows not to knock her over. But
We'll definitely get a lot of good practice in
You smell puppies?
I'll record him meeting the other dogs and kind of you'll see what I do with him to get him to kind of calm down on the leash. Yeah. Do you have any questions or anything else for me?
I don't think so, but his food is arriving FedEx tomorrow by 1:30, so we have to be on the way to the airport by 3. I was thinking I could FedEx it to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's enough food for, several days. It's just the rest of it for it's a month's worth that comes at a time. So I could send you just one bag and that would be 2 weeks worth.
No problem. And how much of a flight risk would you say that he is? If you dropped the leash now and started walking, would he be able to follow you,
Yeah.
or would he be kind of gone that way?
No, I think he would come. So we've had him in the front yard. I'll go check the mailbox and my son drops the leash. He'll just come to me and stay, or he's okay. The gate wasn't closed by the people who cut grass and he got out. But all he did was go to the neighbor who he knows, who's a kid, 14-year-old, and wanted 2 pets. And then when I realized, I called him.
Okay.
So he's not a huge runner, but if there's something that he wants, of course he'll go for it.
Okay.
He does know. He knows leave it and take it.
Yes. Good job. Okay.
And we never did a clicker. I mean, I had one, but I never really used a clicker. We just used yes to mark. We tried to use yes to mark. That way, if any of the 3 of us saw behavior, we could do it without having to have a clicker. We tried the clicker in the first class, but that didn't last too long, did it?
No worries. Sometimes I just do the sound with my mouth.
Yeah, that is the other, if he's not paying attention and I make a noise to draw his attention, it's pretty good with him. But yeah, I would say he probably...
Good job. What? Right. It's the first lesson. Seeing something and being able to just redirect on his own and then getting rewarded for it. Not being told to stay, not being recalled back, not getting his attention, giving him a chance to fail so he can succeed. Why not? It'll be good. So it's going to be a little bit different in the training department than probably what you're used to. But luckily, I think a lot of it should transfer over pretty easily. And I think it'll actually be beneficial for you too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Ready, big guy? Oh, yeah. Trying to get comfortable, big guy. All right. What do you think, big guy? Huh? Home sweet home. I want to see what you're like on the leash meeting new pups. We'll do, because it's pretty hot, we'll do a couple of ones outside and then we'll do the rest inside. Give them a little break. Alright. Come on, big guy. Boy. What? You okay? All right. Come on, sugar. This way. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm excited pulling, following his nose. Good boy, good pee-pee. Alright, I think it's safe to say he's a little bit more interested just in the smells and the environment than the pups. Okay, so go on to the next one. Alright, slight intermission to recharge the camera. Rain is on and off, so it's not too bad. Oh, hi, how you doing? You wanna go say hi? You gonna say hi? Oh, so cute.
He's an old man.
Yeah, so cute.
He's a grumpy old man. You look like a hound.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Good boy.
How you doing?
Good.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I know. You're out here a lot with the dogs.
I'm very thankful for this breeze and the sprinkles. Oh, good
And
job.
the cute dogs.
Oh,
I know. He's
boy.
like, why? I don't need to know you that well.
Yeah, he's very interested in that thing, isn't he? Oh, there you go. You got a little bud. He likes him.
How old is he?
I'll have to double check. I just picked him up.
Oh, that's okay.
I know he's young
looks
though.
young, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that young. He still has that lanky toddler body.
Yeah, right? That puppiness.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Proud of you
boy.
too. Hey,
You're
it's
so
my
cute.
Yeah, this is an old man.
Aw. He's moving pretty good though.
Yeah, he's got arthritis. Don't let him leave.
Aw, good job. We'll let him get going here.
Well, he'll pee.
Thanks for meeting us again. Good boy. Good job, Bootsy. Have a good one. Yeah. Good job, big guy. Yeah. Yeah. You excited? You excited? What do you think, Miss Bootsy? Hmm? Bootsy. Alright. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Good boy, good pee-pee. Good boy. Yes. 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 You're doing so good. Bootsy's over here off in Neverland. How you doing out there, Miss Bootsy? Oh, you're going for the car ride, huh? Good boy. Yeah. You doing good? You say hi, Mom. Say hi. There we go. All the other greetings are a lot less exciting than the Alright. So going for a walk with Waffle and Milo over here. Or Milo. Hi. Okay. Milo just peed on the sidewalk, that's fine. Good boy. Good boy. Did not put Waffle's harness on. You can tell that he's definitely a little bit more pulley on just a traditional collar. Milo's not doing too bad though. Good boy, hi. A little bit. Good boy. He does well checking in, so I just want to let him know whenever he does that, that is much appreciated. He's doing well settling in and meeting everybody. Oh, there we go. Both a little pulley here. You can tell almost when Milo's really going to start grinding and taking off because his nose will be on the ground, scent tracking. Kind of the same with Waffle. Not too bad. Good boy. For the first couple walks out here, I want to try to just do an evaluation of behaviors. See what their tendencies are, see what their kind of strengths and weaknesses, where they're both at in training. Good boys. All right, let's go home. Eating some grass. Not bad. Definitely pees a lot. Oh, eating some more grass. Okay. You getting hungry, bud? Well, we'll get some dinner soon. Changed into some shorts, and unfortunately took the treat bag off too. But they're doing so well. We'll do a longer walking video here as soon as it gets a little bit cooler. Boys. Okay, okay. A little excited. Good boy. Hi. Hello, hi. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, oh yeah. Good boy. Oh, here we go. You're getting hyped for some reason. You gotta go potty. But yeah, Milo's doing well, settling in, meeting everybody. He's gotten to the bathroom already. All right, I guess not. Okay.